Welcome to Pretty Cute,
where we talk about pretty cute stuff.
I'm Reen.
I'm Michaela.
I'm Jenny.
And you're watching
Pretty Cute.
So I will not say it.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not. It's yeah.
I totally didn't even beat up.
Like
No.
After this. Okay. I got it.
We're working on our intro, but that's what we got.
Where we talk about pretty cute stuff.
Yeah, pretty cute things and pretty cute boys and guys and no, just kidding. No. So today, this is our very first podcast topic, right? Mm-hmm. So lately we've been, I don't know, I've been hearing a lot of this RIZZ thing, and I think this is Gen Z, Gen A, or I don't even know what they're called, but I'm not up to date. I heard this from her. She was the one that brought this up to us. Mm-hmm. So I guess the first question is, what is RIZZ?
Yeah, because I still don't know. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. The term itself, when you're ooh.
Our understanding. Okay, tell us what you think it is. I'm gonna say what I think about.
I think she should say what she thinks.
Okay, yeah. Since you,
know.
yeah.
What do you think RIZZ is, or
yeah,
or an example you think? How
I guess it's just the pickup lines, but with our term, what did we coin that?
what did we
call it?
I don't know. Pickup game.
No, there's a. Well, yeah.
It's more I got game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of RIZZ,
yeah.
it's I got game.
Yeah.
So
it's basically a flirting way, trying to get some pick up a girl.
Yeah, it's when somebody's flirting with another person, that person's into it.
Mm-hmm.
That's RIZZ. He got.
So
game,
what do
got
you mean?
game.
But the other person has to be into it, or isn't that
Then that's not really a pick. Then that person didn't really pick it up, right?
Oh,
if let's say somebody's flirting with that person not into it, that means he doesn't got game.
No, but I mean,
he's not raising her up.
No, but I'm saying
he's not raising her up.
The RIZZ
right?
up means
The pickup line.
No. You got RIZZ. That means okay, you're actually good at it. But the actual term RIZZ is you trying to pick up somebody.
We should probably, Google it.
Okay. Our phones are away, but maybe they can tell us what it is exactly.
What do you guys think?
Or help us out here. But I mean, actually, it's so funny because at my work, this was brought up because we were all not older. I mean, we're young adults, but we were talking about it, and they're oh yeah, kind of the same thing with you. My niece, nephew brought it up and was oh, what is this word? And that's what our HR was saying. That it was
HR kind of
yeah, HR, yeah.
HR was rizzing it.
Yeah, she's
is that right?
I know. Yeah, I was gonna ask.
HR was rizzed.
Use this term properly, because I don't. You know how older people, when they try to be cool, our teachers, they don't say it properly.
Yeah.
So I mean,
okay, why don't you actually tell your?
I should pull up my phone. It's on my phone. So my conversation with my nieces and my nephew, they're in their teens, so they're 13, 14, 15, 16. I have to find it. But anyway, so it started off with I asked in a group chat to these teens. I'm hey, what is RIZZ? What is RIZZ, or what does it mean? And then
who's rizzing you up?
Yeah, one of them's who's rizzing you up, Billy? They call me Billy. I'm no, nobody is. Or I don't know. Hold on. Let me just look for it.
So to me, I think, from my understanding, it was pretty much just a pickup game. If you have game on how to flirt with girls.
So would you say RIZZ? How do you say it? RIZZ.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, you sound really like a mom there.
I should
I'm saying I'll screenshot it and then I'll show it on your part.
So I messaged my nieces, my nephew. I asked him, what does RIZZ mean, guys? Somebody says why. Somebody says LMAO. Why, LOL. I said answer the question. And somebody says, who's trying to rizz you up? And then somebody says like flirting. And my niece says, this is the actual meaning. So she Googled it.
Okay, there you go. She sent me
that. She says Rizz, which people have speculated is a short for charisma. Is one's ability to attract a romantic interest. So pretty much it's like they have game, like they can speak, like a pickup line.
Yeah.
And it can be defined as a ability to charm or flirt with a potential partner with pickup lines.
Yeah.
So pretty much what you said. And general chat. So it's just like somebody that's just chatting with you, picking up lines. Kind of like, you have examples of it.
Yeah.
But they just kept asking, like, so who got, and I was like, so they basically said, one of them says, it's basically like someone trying to flirt with you and then you're getting your number or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they kept asking why, like why I want to know. And they're like, who's trying to rizz you up? And I said, your uncle. I'm like, your uncle. And they just all said, you're funny, ha ha ha. And I just said,
so it was.
So it's pretty much, you're just flirting. Like it's a
but wait, line. So how
would
so
you
Mark,
say in a sentence?
Mark actually did that to you? Like, how did he? So he knew what it is. He knew the word before.
Yeah, so he actually told me, I think I was like just flirting, like talking like flirty with him one day, and he'd be like, ooh, why are you trying to rizz me up?
So he...
Yeah, and I was like, what? What's rizz? He's like, come on, you don't know what rizz is?
Yeah. So actually, like, when I was talking to my cousin about this before, they're saying that it's not a new thing. Yeah, it's not a new thing. They're saying that like it's a word that's been going on, but it's just not a thing yet. So it's not like super new. That it's like
it's just like
Gen Z thing.
I guess it's like started from the East Coast.
Yeah. They said it was from the East Coast. You know how like there's words
in every slang, like how like hella, which I don't like that word, but hella and like hecka, like that's all. Yeah. NorCal, right? Yeah. But people I know in SoCal, we don't really say like.
We say hella. I say hella a lot here, and I thought it was like a Seattle thing.
Y'all say hella a lot. Yeah. But I'm like.
So no, like actually one of the reason why I thought this was a good topic because I was telling them somebody today offer up tried to message me and it was just super random. He was like saying, hey, like I've been wanting to like reach out to you and saying like, oh, I actually think like you're beautiful. And then I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Are you just want to say that, or are you actually trying to buy my bike rack? He was like, he said, what did he say? It's like, oh no, I just wanted to say that I don't even have a bike. Anyway, so she responded and was like, ooh, trying to, what did you say? Like,
I said like, ooh, he's trying to rizz you up.
Yeah. So.
Or that's 2023 rizz.
Yeah, so. Yeah, because like back then, so like, you know,
he was
like
just shooting his shots to you, you know?
Yeah, which I thought I was very flattered.
I think that's really pretty cute,
but yeah. See, we're talking about pretty cute stuff.
But
yeah,
you know.
But okay, so like,
but it's not like you were expecting it, especially around this time of era, you know, like you were in our we're well in our adulthood, and then you just happen to get a random message on offer up. It's offer up, guys.
Yeah,
it's so like just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's not.
He even said he's like
he used offer up.
Yeah, he was like I was thinking of even buying something from your listing just so I could see you.
Yeah.
I thought. I mean, if I was like single,
yeah,
like if this was like back in the day, I would think that was like really cute.
Is this real? Like, is this for real? How people would
like do stuff like that?
Besides like using like dating apps, would they use like
offer up
or like Facebook Facebook Market or just type of selling.
I could see it.
You can see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it happened to you, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like actually, before it was funny. It wasn't even me. Like same thing with the offer up. Like, after they picked up my stuff, like the person responded and was like, "Hey, thanks for whatever," and he's like, "Oh, I think your husband's really cute."
Did she or he give you like a good rating?
It's a he.
Oh, did he give you a good rating? Was it good rating?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good. I think that's what matters.
So,
give it.
But yeah, like it could work now. But okay, so like rewind to like the past. Like what were the, I guess like, RIZZ like events, things that happened to you guys. Like how is there any like memorable that a guy tried his way to actually like be with you, or like just like their little cute ways to get your attention? Is that like the best way to ask
Somebody
that?
made a rap for me.
Oh, that's cute.
That's cute. That's pretty cool.
Really? Where is this?
Cool.
Is this on YouTube, or did he like perform this in front of you?
There was a YouTube one, but we were already dating. Like he wrote like a rap song.
Oh,
Whatever. Yeah.
Cute.
Oh, that's cute.
Cute.
Rap. I did write a rap. I did make a song for a guy before, but I mean that's and we were not together. It was actually me trying to. I was gonna say the title, but then it has his name, so I will not say it. Let's just say it rhymes with shake.
How about we play that? How about we play that song like after after this, offline.
Yeah. I was so stupid. I don't know, and I was like really proud of it.
Do you have a copy?
So I guess I have my RIZZ game back then.
Yeah.
Okay, how about you?
I don't know. I have a few, but I think for me was more like me asking for things, like for example, how I got my husband now, like my husband like attention. So I met my husband in high school, so we're high school sweethearts, and like in Spanish class, we always needed flashcards or like markers or something. So I'll be like, hey, even though I have like a big stack on my table, but I'd be asking, and he sits like across, so there's like me, this one person here, and then him. So I'll be like talking over that person, like that friend. But she's also my friend. That's a thing. And then I'll be like, hey, do you have some more flashcards? Like, do you have like markers? Like, can I have some? And he'll be looking at me like, why? Like, do you have some? But I'll be like, but I need more. You know? Like, so I think for me, my pickup line is like asking for things.
Wait, this is your RIZZ.
In a way.
No, I was asking like
the guy?
like a memorable one that a guy did to you.
Oh, he kept.
But okay, now we know about your game.
My game.
Your marker game.
Okay. Yeah. Well, for me, I think there's one guy. He kept typing text like QT. I'm like, okay, QT. Like, what does that mean exactly? And he's like, like you're a cutie, like a QT, but I want to spend QT with you. I'm like, oh, like what does that mean? Like
quality time.
Yeah. So he's like, I think you're a cutie, and I want to spend quality time. But he kept saying QT. So like secretly, like a pickup line. So I'm like, ooh, I like that. I like secret, like very discreet kind of pickup lines. So that's kind of, I mean, it's like whatever, but I thought that was really cute and very clever.
I have like a very memorable one, and I don't know if this is, I guess this is like his game. So I was 16 years old. I was like freshman high school. I don't know if you guys remember Friendster, and
oh my gosh,
so definitely like back in the days. I remember meeting a guy on Friendster. I don't even know how he looks like, but when he was like asking like, oh, where do you go to school? I told him like, this is the high school I go to. Comes in Valentine's Day. I was like in the middle of my, I want to say it was social studies, but I remember like those like intercom.
Yeah.
Right? They're like Reen, like come to the office. And or the principal's office. So I was like, oh my gosh, like did something happen to like my mom? Like I was really scared. And then so I go to the office and it was like there was like a bouquet of like roses. And then I was like, who is this from? And then, and mind you, I was only like 16, so to me that was like a big like deal, and then I looked in it was just like enjoy your flowers, blah blah blah, and I had no idea who it was. I had a guy that I like in school, so I was thinking it was from him, but it was definitely not, because he was asking me who it's from. But anyway, so the Friendster message came and he was like, hey, I hope you like your roses. So back then I thought that was like a really really cute like gesture, but in a way it was also like a really creepy way. Because he was much older than me. He already graduated in high school. I think he was 20, and I was 16.
They allow that, like you to get.
Well, like I guess because he was an alumni in that school, he knew the teacher that was in there. I don't know, but it was
weird. Like,
it was really like creepy, but I like I said, I don't even know how this guy looks like. But like I'm saying, like I guess like I'm using this as an example as a memorable one, because like these people like really tried their way to actually get noticed.
So what is a pickup? What's the boundaries of a pickup line and not a pickup line?
Like because that would have been like super creepy. But anyways, that guy, like the way we actually met is we met at Walgreens, and I was with my sister. And he was like telling me, I'm wearing this jacket, blah, blah, blah. And remember, we don't have phones yet. So this is like through one message and like meet me at this time, at this hour. I don't even know why I was doing this, like meeting random people. Don't do that, guys, now. But like, I remember Walgreens has like a really big mirror, you know, like you can see. So when he was like saying like, I'm wearing like a gray jacket. So I could see him, and then he was like, oh my gosh, he's not cute. So I totally like didn't even like meet up with him. I didn't.
He's gonna hear this.
He will not know. But actually, like years later, when I was actually in senior year, I saw him at Tapex, the Pochi, like the bubble tea.
How did you know that it was him?
Because eventually, like I told him, like, hey, I actually saw you, you know, but you weren't my type, blah blah blah.
What did he say?
I mean, like, he can't really, like, do anything. That's the thing. Back then, you can't really, like, force someone to, like you. And I feel like back then, you really have to go your way to actually show that you like somebody.
You really have to go out of the way.
Yeah. So, like, even, that's like, your little, like, you know, guys saying, like...
Yeah, they actually did go out of their way. Like, they'll always tell me, let's meet by McDonald's or let's meet at the shopping center. Like, they would... So I guess not a pickup line, but a gesture, like you're saying. Yeah. Is always like, hey, can you meet me here? And be like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, I'm down.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'll be really up for it. Like, especially if it's a guy that I'm into too. Like, it's cute. Like for me, I'm like, ooh, like he's into me. He's really going out his way. Like I had guys where they're like, they live across town, and they would just be like, hey, are you available to meet here? I'm like, okay. You know, like, you know, it's just that, like, Kilig,
yeah.
Like, super, like, oh my gosh, like, somebody's into me.
Yeah.
I think that's, like, it's not a pickup line, but it's just, like, that gesture.
Yeah, because it's different back then. And like,
that's,
yeah, I feel like RIZZ and, like, RIZZ now and RIZZ before, I don't think it meshes. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
right?
that's why it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like, to you, how about you? Like, what would you prefer? Like, if you were single now, right? Like,
I like pickup lines. Like,
you like pickup lines? Yeah. Like, you would like how people are doing it now versus back then?
I don't know how they do it now, but I mean, like, I like pickup lines. Like, I like when someone tries to get my attention through, like, pickup, like, you know, funny. Like,
well, I know you. You're like, every little thing she like laughs at.
It's cute because
I mean, sense of humor is a big thing.
Into that, you know, like for example, that guy like put QT and like I think you're QT. I want to spend QT. He's like, ooh, like you know, like I would never think of QT, like QT, right? Yeah. So I think that's like really cute. Like I'm into like those very discreet, secret
Yeah.
kind of thing, like where like nobody would know
Yeah.
what that pickup line means.
I
It's
like-
just between me and that person.
I like it when they're witty. Like I'll say
Oh,
something.
witty,
and
yeah.
I'll
Oh,
like,
yeah.
on the spot. I'm just like.
I like
okay.
witty conversations.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
are you a keyboard?
witty.
Why?
Because you're my
witty.
type? Or like, are you Google?
Cause what?
Because you're the one I've been searching for?
You obviously been googling a lot of pickup lines.
No, I just hear this and I think it's so cute. But I feel like nowadays, like the Gen Z, they have more of, they actually go, they have their own like world
It's
about
weird.
this.
Yeah, I like the puns, like the puns, cute little like pickup lines.
Yeah.
This makes me laugh. As long you can make me laugh.
Yeah.
You know, like this makes
I
me
wish
laugh
you
and
know
smile.
like Tagalog because like there's so many like
Funny.
yeah like
yeah, I know they're
puns like
Yeah.
I really don't know what it is, but the way you guys say it, it just sounds funny to
yeah
me. You know?
because like you know how like sometimes like Mark would be like it's not the same when I
Yeah,
explain it
sometimes
to you in
it's weird.
English
Yeah,
but
I still laugh when you
Yeah.
guys like say
Try
those
to
pickup
explain it, yeah.
lines.
yeah
Yeah, because
So-
it just sounds funny. Like, you know, it's just like in Spanish. Like, you know how they speak to you? Or, like, there's like a pickup line in Spanish. And you're like, oh, haha. That's how it sounds like to me. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
that's true like
So-
watching Korean drama
Yeah.
yeah
Or, like,
Yeah.
you know, like I listen to Tagalog music instead of Spanish.
yeah
K-drama. Yeah. I'm very underrated. I like to, like, I get into underrated things.
yeah
Yeah.
so anything else that you guys wanna or curious about or about this whole Riz and how people used to pick up games back
Okay,
then?
well, how do people pick up girls now? Like,
Oh, I don't know.
is it the same pickup lines?
I've been out of this dating world.
No, yeah, I know. I don't know. Like, I actually just, I'm always just curious how this works, and I would hear it from like my cousin or my brother because they're in the game, and I'm not, and I'm always like surprised about the things that's going on nowadays. Like, really? Like, what?
Sometimes I'll be like, what? Like I sound dumb to them, you know?
Yeah.
And they'll be like, what? You don't know what I'm saying? I'm like, no, duh. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Like even like the like I guess like expressing how you feel about each other or towards a person, I feel like it's so hard for I this is my opinion, okay, don't quote me on this, but I feel like a lot of people nowadays it's so hard for them to express their feelings towards somebody because it's always like mind game, like simple things like, you know, like if you were the person that I'm talking and you read my message, right, and I see like red, and then I'm like, why is she not like responding? Like,
oh, like
does she like me?
She put you on red?
Yeah,
or
like,
unseen?
Yeah, so then like, okay, does that, you know, like even though she's probably just washing dishes or, you know, people read so much into little things now.
Yeah.
Or like, I'm not going to respond to them. So then they think that, you know,
Yeah,
like,
like you don't wanna,
I'm
you don't
important.
Wanna, like you don't want to respond right away because you don't want to sound too fired.
Yeah,
you
or
don't
like
wanna-
too needy,
Yeah.
you know?
Or like if you're so like focused, like let's say you're I wrote like I text you and I'm like waiting for you to respond, and then you did respond to me like super quick, and all of a sudden like you stop,
yeah,
you know, then I'll be like, oh my god, why, like she was just she was just texting me like literally 5 seconds ago, back to back.
Don't read into mine because I
Yeah.
literally will just put my phone down.
Yeah.
Like I'll be texting you or like I'll be
Yeah.
on Instagram and I'll put my phone down. Like I would not.
Yeah,
even
see, like nowadays with us, like it
doesn't mean
it wouldn't,
anything.
yeah, there's no
Well,
meaning
no,
to it.
we're not dating each other.
Yeah. No, but like
take
even
it
like when it
I
comes
guess
to
with
friends, you
too,
know,
yeah. Like I have a really good friend. Like it takes forever for her to respond back, but I don't. It's not like, you know, she's ignoring me. Whatever.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have.
I
like,
think
she's
we're
just
more
busy.
like understandable now.
Yeah, like we're just understand.
But
like,
then
each
in
other's
this-
time. In the dating world, it's different.
it's different because like,
Yeah.
are you giving me your time or like,
Or you're making me work
yeah,
for you.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
you're making me work
yeah,
to get your attention, and that's what
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people do. Like it's
Yeah.
unfair sometimes. Like one person is putting more effort and trying to put in.
mm-hmm.
So like you're saying, it's like very mind game.
Yeah, it is, yeah,
And I think that's why it's so hard to like communicate you know, like to the
Yeah.
other person.
Yeah.
So you can't get RIZZ or don't have no RIZZ or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just, I hate mind games because I feel like I get into it. Like there's a like
It's not witty enough. Just
there's a,
kidding.
there's a point where it's like if I care, then I will really care.
Yeah.
Like I will get into this mind game of whatever.
Yeah,
good
yeah.
Like I don't think I could do it. Like I go, like I feel like I'll go crazy.
I don't know. I
Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, like, with my brother, like, I was telling him, like, if you, whatever you feel like, why can't you just, like, say what you feel like? Why do you have to, well, you're obviously, like, assuming things, right? You know, why don't you actually ask the question to actually know what this other person feels or what this person is thinking? Like, that's, I think, like, makes more sense, but I guess there's something exciting about, like,
Oh,
you know, like,
it is kind of like, for me, I kind of like the mind game a little
that's
bit.
stressful.
yeah.
It's not stressful because, like, if you're like, it's like you're trying to, it's like a flirty, like, it's like that mental intimacy of mind playing, right? Like you're trying to have like a platonic level of like talking to each other, so you play that kind of mind game. And if it goes well, like it's like that exciting feeling, like ooh, I'm trying to get something out of that person, right? And then that person's trying to get something out of me, but I'm not gonna say it yet.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like that platonic kind of like vibe. I don't mind, like I like it, but yeah, there is a point where like you do want to like be serious, be like, hey, like how do you really feel about me? Like, do you feel this way about me, or you know, whatever.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I like the mind game, and then like I want to be real, like you
But
know,
like, I guess like that's why nowadays there's this called it. This is recent that I've been hearing about this, like the situationship. Like people don't get into like relationship nowadays. I guess there's a situationship, meaning to say it's like what we call before it's like MU. You know, like mutual understanding. Like you could be in a relationship, you could be not. You could be like, or maybe this is all
like
different.
Friends with benefits.
I feel like in a way, again, it can be part of that, right? Because like there's different situations, I guess, you know, but
some people, it's just weird though. Like I noticed that this era, like this age, like this group, people don't want to be in situationship. Like they don't want to deal with it. They like quit it right away. It's like, why? Like how are you supposed to like build a relationship if you can't pass the challenges?
But I feel like, why would I be in that situationship?
I guess it depends.
If like I'm unsure, like I don't want to be unsure. It's either you're in or you're out. Like I mean, I like,
unless you're just
what I'm hearing is the situationship is more like I want to be with you, but I don't want to put label.
Yeah.
In whatever this is. Yeah, exactly. Because they're probably talking to another person or another. You know, like. I don't know.
Let's just be friends with benefits. There's no.
Yeah, I guess that could be another term for it.
Okay.
They just
don't say friends with benefits. They just say situation.
Yeah.
So they make it seem like you're in a relationship, but you're not.
Yeah. Because like they could have a situation with another person, you know, and they're very open. I don't know. Maybe some of them are open about who they're seeing on the side, you know. I mean.
Then that becomes
dating
like,
app
then that
days,
becomes an open
relationship. Yeah. Again, it's not putting label and not being committed to one.
So does that mean that if I'm single, I'm using dating apps, does that mean like I'm in multiple situationship? Because if I'm talking to multiple people,
no, I guess like it will just be like whoever you're actually
into.
Yeah, like who you actually have more than one thing going on.
Okay, so that I'm the situation, or I would be like, oh, I'm
like somebody that you're seeing multiple times, not just like the one that you're talking to on the phone. Like like somebody that you could actually see, like a mutual understanding.
Yeah,
you know, you could be talking to like 10 people on the thing, but people that you're already seeing multiple times, but then you don't really want to have a relationship, then that's a situationship. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I would think what it is. Yeah. But maybe there's all different kinds.
It's like all different kinds, I'm sure.
Maybe they also actually have somebody on the side, and you're the side chick or the side piece.
Hey, it's okay. Love is love. Just kidding.
I mean, nowadays I feel like there's so many different relationships. Yeah, it's not even relationship; it's situationships now. But that's
Yeah, I feel like in today's world, I feel like it's hard for them to maintain a relationship,
like a real
like
love.
People like get bored easily. Their focus is like limited now.
Oh, you know what? I heard. I don't even know where I heard it from, but they were like, now, because there's like social media, you see women everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, or I guess it works for girls too, where they look at their person and they don't want to commit because they're like, do I have the best one out there? And they get ranked to like so many people.
I can see that. Yeah, I can see that.
So it's like nobody wants to commit because it's like,
what
if the person comes
is out there?
Because social media is
they
so
don't want to
open now.
commit.
Yeah, because that's true. Like I can see that because social media is so tangible, right? Like it's just so easy to like use to open now.
Yeah.
So like now you have so many more options as to back then.
Yeah.
It's like you had to meet them in person. You had to see them in person.
It's so hard to trust nowadays and then I think that's why I get like why people don't want to commit, because they don't want to get stuck in
one place.
Somebody I know said like I don't want to get hurt, so I don't want to I don't want to commit, and I get that, but then like I mean we all went through breakups, like we have to somehow feel that in order to actually know that you love somebody, right? It's everything is not gonna be happy-go-lucky in the very first years or months or whatever. You actually have to experience that to actually know that this is the person you want to be with, right? It's not gonna be happy all the time, but sometimes losing that person makes you actually think that is the one.
Oh, absolutely. I can relate to that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So
absolutely, 110%.
Yeah.
Could definitely agree on that. Like sometimes losing that person makes you realize, like that person's actually really good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all in like a long-term relationship now, and again, like I said, this is not like an advice podcast or whatever, but this is just like talking about our experience and like things that
have you guys been any situations ships?
I feel like I've
been.
I mean, if what we're calling that now, I feel like I've had those before my partner now,
like friends with benefits.
Yeah. Sadly.
I can't like use, because I don't fully understand like situationships, so I have to use friends with benefits.
Yeah. But I would say that.
But I feel like with me, when it was labeled friends with benefits, it was like it's not going anywhere.
Like there's what is that other movie? No Strings Attached.
Or the movie Friends with Benefits.
Yeah, No Strings Attached. Friends with Benefits. Yeah. But it always leads to that you ended up actually like feeling, because you actually like
because there's like
caring.
There's like intimacy at all levels, like mentally, physically.
I mean, those movies ended up with them together anyway.
Yeah, like I feel like with Friends with Benefits, it could work, but also like if you're just so into them, like at all different levels of intimacy, you're gonna fall for them.
Yeah.
You're gonna fall for them because you're like you spend time with them friends wise, but you might fall for them. But I mean, it also depends on that person. If they have like a mutual understanding, like. We're not gonna follow each other. It's just curiosity, or it's just like for fun, then it works. I guess it kind of works. So I guess it just depends on.
I guess that's when
the two people
get into situations.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's really just like not putting label into it, and I think people are going into this just so. I think it's their way to not get hurt, because there's no label, there's no commitment,
and they just want to experience. That's like the new word.
So,
but then there's I think there's so many different like definition of it, because there's actually people that situationship, like they're actually in a relationship with this person, but it's one of those like it's complicated. Like you can put so many like different meaning to it,
Yeah, that's
because
true. Yeah.
you know.
That's true.
So I guess like back then it's like we like each other and then we do stuff. Here it's like we try it out,
But if
then like figure out if we like each other.
I feel like that's what it
and
is.
and then if it doesn't work, then we didn't lose anything, because
'cause there's no
there was no label.
Yeah. Is that the thing now? Like
I feel like
I'm curious.
I don't know. I don't hear a lot of.
I feel like back then I don't think I could handle that. Like I feel like now as an adult, it's like you're very secure in like however you are. Like now in our 30s versus in our 20s. Like that would make me feel so insecure. Like like going into it and then it not going.
I mean, and adding the social media part of it, like people like, I feel like this is how the kids do these days. They have the stories and they put like cryptic posts about somebody. I mean, I think we used to do this too, but in a different way, like MySpace or I don't know.
We put our friends.
Like our top 8. Like you know, like if like our friend ended up with this guy, then she's going down.
She's going down.
She's getting on the top 8. But like I think there's like so many ways that we did this, but it's just like
you play like a sad song, you play like or you play like a really mean song for unintentionally, but intentionally for that person.
I remember breaking up with somebody, and Chris Brown "Say Goodbye" came out, and that was my background song, and the lyrics, like it was like perfectly at the very like what I was feeling at the very moment, and obviously that goes out to my ex. It's like low-key, it's,
So for me, I'm not very good at explaining my feelings. And so when I hear a song,
you
like,
send it.
This is how I
feel.
Oh, that's me. I'm all about music and like songs. Like I feel like it's another language for me to express your feelings, your thoughts. Or just to share like the vibe, right? I still do from this day, actually. I still do. I still send like playlists. Like if I really like the person, I'll make them a playlist. And be like, hey, this is for you.
Hey, there's a RIZZ.
That's your.
Actually, I feel like
lyrics to the song can be a RIZZ.
I feel like I initiate the RIZZ.
A lot.
I do. I am like the go-getter. I feel like.
Well, I mean, I feel like with Richard, I was the one who like said or like messaged him first because he was like, this guy's not sending me anything. But like I feel like if I really want the person, like I go for it. I feel like I do, because I like with my ex, like I did the same thing, or like I wanted him to do whatever, like how we met. Like I wanted that, like I invited the way we met.
Like you manifest it too.
Or like it's like I really like that guy. I want him to talk to me. And so like it just.
Did you guys ever have those thoughts, like if you like somebody, like I'm gonna get him? Like, even at the very moment, like he doesn't know you or you don't exist yet.
I've never done that.
I do.
Really? I don't know.
I
always. I guess it would be with my ex. That was
yeah.
Like a guy that you, I don't know.
Maybe with one guy or two guy where it's like, dang, I didn't manifest it well. Like, damn, what did I do? Like, why did why wasn't my RIZZ good?
I remember going out of my way for some guys.
I would say like 90% though. Like, I get what I want. Like, I feel like I think that's why my confidence sometimes like way too high, because I'm like, dude, I know I could get you, and I end up getting that person. I'm like, oh shit, like, okay, I got RIZZ, like. But I mean now, like I said, I'm out of the dating game, but
it's just nice to hear it now.
That reminded me of this RIZZ. Wait, I don't know. Okay, let me know if this is RIZZ. So like we were talking, and then randomly he was like, so this was like in October, and he goes, what do you have planned, or what do you have planned on Valentine's Day? And I'm like, nothing, I don't know. And then he was like, okay, it's a date then. Oh. And I was like, oh my gosh.
I feel like I've seen that in a movie, maybe like a movie lately, like not like a back
Like
then.
that, yeah.
But that's
Like the
I thought
simple,
that was so good.
yeah, like the simple saying, right? Like the simple saying, or like the simple of like just that person saying something that like you're kind of expecting it, but you're not.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then it's like, oh, like
Yeah.
yes, like you know, like you're kind of like you're mentally manifesting it, but you're not
Mhm.
until like that person actually like does it.
Something- yeah,
And
yeah.
you're just like, oh my gosh, like he did, like he asked me, you know. So I thought, I feel you on that too.
Yeah.
That's cute.
I think it's
Yeah.
super cute.
So yeah. So I think those are all like good, like cute stories that we've been through, and learning about this like RIZZ, and comparing it to like back then. So I think that's pretty cute stuff out there. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Yeah, comment and like let us know like what are your experience, or like what is RIZZ, or
Yeah, correct us to
just like share like your guys's thing. Comment below.
yeah. How
If
about you?
we're pretty like off. I feel I still
Yeah.
like I
Yeah,
still feel like I don't have a grasp on what we're
RIZZ is.
That's why she's
Yeah.
from the back. Jenny from the black.
Yeah, so yeah, like the situationship, if we are explaining that wrong, again, this is all just from like what we're hearing from people,
yeah.
and
I feel like I live under a rock, so
yeah. So so now you guys know like what we talk about like during our, because most of the time, yeah, we really talk about like what's happening now, like what we think is happening now, and like
Yeah.
we reminisce about like a lot of our past. So yeah. So tune in for our next podcast, and yeah, if you guys have any topics that you guys would like to hear us talk about, and just just comment it below. And follow us, subscribe, so you'll hear more.
Yeah, we're on Instagram, YouTube. What
Yeah,
else?
that's it for now. We'll let you know.
Or is that the only two
I
platforms?
think, yeah, for
Okay.
now.
Okay, yeah. So we're on Instagram and YouTube. Follow us and subscribe.
All right. Bye, cuties.